YouTube, it's your boy Young Trey. Welcome to the Life of Young Trey. Back with another banger video. Today I'm coming at y'all with a story time to tell y'all about when I was diagnosed with MD. Let's get into it. So, when I was about 10, I used to play sports. I used to play football, basketball, baseball, soccer. I used to do all that. So, I started having problems. Like, I started walking funny and stuff, and on my tippy toes. And my mama noticed when I started walking in grass, I'd fall. And I realized I couldn't do certain stuff that I used to, so I was like, Mom, something going on. So she was like, we're gonna wait a little bit more and see what's going on. So I continued to go to school and walk around, and next thing you know, I started falling out of nowhere. Like, I'd just be walking and I'd just fall out the blue. And this started going on often. And so and then on top of that, I started having these bad cramps in the back of my calves. Like, it'd be real bad pain, pain I couldn't take. And most of the nights I'd cry myself to sleep. So they called themselves was gonna make me some. Y'all ever seen the commercials where they used to make the thing where you put the arch in your shoes or something like that? So they called themselves was gonna make me some arches to put in my shoes. So I tried that, and that really wasn't working, cause I guess they thought I walked on my tippy toes, cause the arch of my feet was like that, but it wasn't because of that. It was my legs. So that didn't work. So I went to the doctor, and we were telling them about what's been going on, and they were telling me they were gonna have to cut some tissue out of my arm and send it to the lab and see what was going on. And they told me they was gonna test me for everything. So we were just sitting there talking to them. So they told us, they're like, we're gonna send that off. It'll take a few days, and when it come in, we'll call y'all back in. So they hadn't got the results, so we had to go back in, and we came in. They started talking and this and that. So they was like, the results came back, and it's been found that you got muscular dystrophy. They was like, it's a chronic disease. It's like one out of 1,000 or a million, a man get muscular dystrophy. But the crazy part about it is, everybody I know, and when you research it, it say you born with it. All the people I know, most of them never walked before. But in my condition, I had them play sports, everything, and I ain't never had no problem with my legs. And then all of a sudden, it's like everything hit me out of nowhere, and I started having problems. So I was kind of confused of what was going on, because they was like, well, do anybody in your family got it or a history? And we like, nah, don't nobody got it. So they're like, well, maybe it's in your daddy's side of the family, or I was like, nah, don't nobody over there. Ain't nothing wrong with nobody over there. And then I know my mama's side didn't have it, so we was kind of confused of how I got it, but I had it, and they just started telling me all the facts and what to expect, and I'd be limited I'd be limited of what I can do physical, and eventually I'll start walking and being able to use my arms and wouldn't be able to feed myself and this and that. And and then they're telling me about most people don't live past 21 with it and all this and that and third. Keep in mind, I'm 10 years old at the moment. So I was a little down because of the news I had got, and my mama was upset a little bit. But once I started getting into my Bible and realizing what was what, I really wasn't that upset about it no more, because I realized that's the doctor's job. They supposed to give you bad news. They supposed to do all that. So, but I had to realize they don't get the last say so in nobody's life. The man above get the last say so. So after that, I was still walking and still doing what I was doing, but I just started having more problems. The symptoms kept happening. I kept falling. I kept having muscle spasms in my legs, and I kept crying myself to sleep at night. And that's when they told me, they're like, well, you probably need to go ahead and get a wheelchair, cause you ain't gonna be able to walk up and down them high school hallways. So at first, I told them no. So they let me test it out with walking the hallways. And as I started walking up and down them school hallways, that made me realize, I was like, yeah, I gotta suck it up, man. They right. I'm gonna have to get a wheelchair. So I was thinking, well, if I go to school in a wheelchair, everybody gonna be picking on me and laughing at me and stuff. But to be real with you, when I got to school, it seemed like I was more popular and had more friends than I did when I was walking. As I was in a wheelchair, it seemed like everybody liked me more. So everybody was cool. Everybody be trying to ride on the back of the chair. The girls tried to sit in my lap, all that. So, and they tried to put me in therapy. So I started going to therapy. I think I was going like 3 days out the week. And they was putting me in the pool. So one of them would be over my head and the other one would be on my feet. And they'll have like the little floaty things up under me. And they'll be working my legs out, having me to kick them, and I'll be learning how to swim and all kind of stuff. So I kept it up for a while, and next thing you know, they called you and they were like, well, insurance ain't gonna pay for this no more. So if you want to keep coming to therapy, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket every time. Think about this now, y'all. They wanted me to come to therapy 3 days out the week. They was gonna charge me $100 every time I come. So let's say I would have did that. Every week, they want me to come 3 days out of every week. That's $300 a week. I ain't got no job. Like, how I supposed to do that? And my thing is, if I would have still been in therapy today, I probably still be walking, to be real with y'all. I feel like that had a lot to do with me start walking and stuff. Cause one thing everybody know, if you keep doing something, it'll help. But as soon as you stop, your muscles gonna lock up, and then that's it. And after that, that's when I start walking, and so I had to get my wheelchair, and then I got my electric one, started using that, and the rest is history. So I just wanted to tell that story, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all want to hear more stories about me being in a wheelchair or my life or whatever I went through in the past, just comment down below, and I'll be sure to make videos about it. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and just remember, The doctors might tell you one thing, but just know they don't get the last say so. It's up to God what happened with your life. It ain't up to man. Just keep that in mind. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell. And I'm gone. Peace.